Well, finally, I'm so glad that we're able to make this happen. Thank you both for your time. All right, all good to go?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Well, welcome back to another episode. Welcome to our show, What's Your Sankalp? We are your hosts, Monica and Sankalp.
First of all, thank you so much for doing this. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to share our experiences and our thing about our song. So
I don't know about her, but I'm personally very excited. Like I said, like I mentioned to you earlier, the song is, well, I already mentioned about it. So the song is playing in my ear for a really long time, but I'll let Mauni do the honors of, beginning this.
Absolutely. And today we're going to be discovering the two, masterminds, if I may call you guys that. The team behind this, beautiful project, which I'm sure is going to make such an impact out there. Just as, we heard it and we fell absolutely in love with the song.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being here today.
It's just one song, but there's so many things that needs to be addressed and talked about, which made the song happen, right? We got the honor of looking at the music video before it released out there.
Yeah.
So there's so many things to talk about, like the visuals, the choreography of the song, the locations that you guys selected, the artists that were part of the song inside and the technicians outside. So my first question to both of you will be,
I want to ask this
Yeah,
question.
go ahead. Yeah.
Because, when you work on a project, especially it's art, right? Basically, it's art. And when you, put together any sort of art, you also put yourself into it,
Yeah.
right? There's so much of yourself that goes into this piece of art that you have created. So I want to ask you guys, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is a surreal moment for me because I've worked on so many projects before but this is a project which is very, very special to me.
Arjun, how are you feeling?
It's been fantastic, like Karthik said. We started off in May, and that's when he came up with the idea, the concept, and he explained it to me. And in fact, even before settling on this tune, I think we worked on a bunch of drafts, different versions and variations. And yeah, so I would like to say we are extremely proud of what we've done. We worked so hard and tirelessly, if I must say. And both of us haven't compromised on anything, although there were like tight deadlines for the schedule, the shoot, and so on and so forth. We just stuck to, getting it right and staying true to our craft. So extremely happy, extremely proud.
Let's
Yeah.
talk more about the song right now. I realize none of us actually even said the song's name.
Yeah.
So for all our listeners, it is Vellipoye Vennala. And in Tamil, do you want to try?
No. I'm not gonna, I don't want to disrespect the song. Yeah, go ahead.
Vennilave. Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's talk about the roles that you both play in this song that is coming out there into the world. Arjun, if you can tell us what role exactly you're going to be playing in this song.
I composed the song. It's a bilingual song, so it's in both Telugu and Tamil. I have also sung for the Tamil version, for the male portions. Collaborating with Karthik, it's been amazing because we did not just sit down and just come up with a tune and just roll with it. It was a really good discussion. We sat down to really understand the concept, get into the story, kind of put myself and ourselves in that thinking. And we came up with a bunch of different tracks before settling on this tune. So I would just say it's more than just sitting down and coming up with something and saying, okay, voila, there you go, that's a tune, that's a song I composed. It's a lot more than that for us. So although I did the music, I composed the music and sang for it, I feel like I've been a part of this song right from the beginning to the end at in every stage, including the video shooting, the choreography, and also the post-production stages of the song as well. So yeah, It's
So Arjun,
been
you said
amazing.
beginning and the end. If you can give us a little information on how long that is, so that out in the world for people who want to start in this industry, they have a little bit of an idea. So we'll take this down as a 101 on how to make songs as well, so that it helps the listeners out there. So how long do you think it took for this song to take shape and finally come out into the world? Yeah.
I would say the major part of the song took shape in under a week.
Okay.
The rest of it was just additions and iterations of the song to make it much better than what
Right.
it was.
Right.
But going back to your question about how people interested in this field can start off, I would say, at some it definitely would boil down to knowing at least some level of music, because without the foundation, it might get really difficult. Not saying that they cannot. Sheer practice can also help, but having some sense of music, be it if you're an instrumentalist or a vocalist, doesn't matter. If you have learned music in some form, it's definitely going to help you. And if you have the basic sense of rhythm, understanding a basic understanding of what are chords, what are melodies, you can just play around with that. And you don't need to go and read books, or you don't need to go and watch tutorials or videos. I mean, the basic interest is enough for you to just go and explore. And nowadays music making has become very simple. Technology has come a long way. Gone are those days where you bring in all the musicians, sit in a hall, and then record the music, and if something goes off, you got to take it from the first. No, it's basically digitalized. You have softwares out there, and every musician today uses uses the same medium, right, to make music. So I would say having that basic interest in creating something new, that excitement, and that wantingness to put your creativity out there, is all it takes. And that starting step can take you to places. And after that, it's just you learning on the go, or even if you do watch videos or read about it, how you apply that to your music making and creation, and discovering something like, wow, this sounds amazing, or wow, that sounds great. It's something that I didn't know, something that I'm learning, and it's exciting, and I could probably use this in the next song or some other tune that I come up with. So you keep doing that year after year, and then within no time you will be churning out songs like every other independent artist out there. Or if you're lucky, if you get into the right contacts and make connections, you might even make it big in the cinema industry. Yeah.
Yes.
So the way Arjun is describing, there's a lot of trial and error involved. You
Yeah.
have to keep going at it to sort of learn what works best for what song, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
It's formula to it.
Right.
There's no
Yeah.
fixed formula. Something might work for me, something else might work for Karthik, and something completely different might work for someone else. But in the end, I would say it just boils down to hard work and perseverance, and your passion and dedication that takes you ahead.
I'm just thinking you might had like a certain tune in your minds when you originally started, the discovery for this song. I'm curious to see what the world will give back to you, what different covers will come out of this song, their own
Yeah.
versions of it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and watch. Karthik, let's talk about your role or roles in this music video. Yeah.
Okay, I need to think of lot many, but for now, I'm a director. I wrote the concept. I directed this music video and I acted in it. And I'm the Telugu male singer for this song, Vellipoye Vennala. And then coming to the roles, I played lot many roles. I was an executive producer. I was a coordinator for locations. I was the coordinator for post production. I was sitting with editing team. I edited a couple of promos that you guys are seeing. That's going to come out. So
Costume as well.
yeah, costumes. I was coordinating costumes. So I mean, we had a good team, like the DOP, choreographer, assistant directors, and stuff. But I think I was coordinating because since this is my first production with Vedamart, so I wanted to take care because he's my dear producer. He trusted me when no one else did at that time. So he trusted me at a point where just nothing else was working out for me, and then I wanted to make sure to deliver the best product possible. So I played many roles, and yeah.
how did you come to, choose the locations? Because first of all, the house, is it on sale? Because it's a beautiful house. And are you in the same house right now? Or is it a different one?
No. It's our DOP's house.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So the house, we wanted to have some kind of contemporary house, and
Okay.
then I asked the DOP because he has a beautiful house. So I was like, why can't we shoot here? I was like, okay,
Right.
it just happened like that.
The majority of the stories that a relationship has happens made, between the four walls. So that is understood. And the other one is it like a farmhouse shed? What do I call it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is a barn house. So we one of my mom referred to one of her friends. So
Right.
we had a barn, and we were looking for some kind of factory or like some rustic kind of look for the song, because we wanted the actors to be placed in a rustic environment, because
Yeah.
Right.
this is talking about breakup or so, right? So we wanted that rustic feel. And then my mom suggested this friend suggested this idea to a friend of hers, and then they made it happen. They showed us the place, and they showed us the place, and yeah, we just liked it. It just happened like that. Thank you.
Especially about the song, and you gave us a little hint. It's focused on breakup and those kind of emotions.
Mhm.
And we were talking about this in today's world, how it's important to embrace those kind of emotions, because not every relationship or any other project out there will always be successful, right? There all will be always, there will be ups and there will be downs, there will be success and there will be failures. And this song that you're putting out there is talking about how relationships not always work out for the best. Did you have like an alternate ending to this song in your mind as you were going through this journey? Because it is kind of a little risky, right? This a breakup song than a love song in a way. What do you have to say about that?
No, the idea started off with that actually. I wanted
Okay.
to separate.
Okay.
So I had this idea. I wanted both the characters to be separated, drifted apart, and I wanted to show the emotions of how we lose feelings for each other, how situations change between couples who are maybe I wouldn't say they're not fit to each other. It's just the circumstances made it like that. Maybe they. I don't know about the backstory. It's just I wanted to show about these two couple drifting apart from each other.
Right.
Maybe in the backstory might be they're the love of their life. You never know, right? So, but I wanted them to drift apart. I don't know. I had this conviction, right? It might be a riskier move or not, but I got this conviction that people might like this idea.
Right. Right.
People never showed this side of feelings or this side of
Vulnerables. Yeah.
vulnerable. Yeah, what do you call it? So I think, yeah, breaking up or drifting apart is normal to people, but I think they never dared to show that on screen, right? It's normal to lose feelings. It's normal to it's just not feeling interested as before.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, both the person in the relationship, they can try to make it happen. You can do everything that you can, but when it's not meant to happen,
Yeah.
then you have to peacefully decide to part away, so that you find someone else in your life to continue this journey forward. It's important to not get stuck sometimes in maybe like toxic relationships and those kind of stuff. And because if it's not in the best interest, then it's not meant to happen, right? So
And
yeah.
for me, like, I believe that it truly is a choice, when
Yeah.
you have to choose to be in love with the person, or
Yeah.
choose to be married to that person, and make it work every single day. It's
Right.
not just a one time decision, and then, oh, I'm this with this person for the rest of my life and everything's going to be great. It's relationships do not work that way, right?
Yeah, yes. And both of us truly believe in, talking about the realities of life, which is, the relationships, the breakups, the ups and downs of it. So, and that is one of the reasons why we wanted to have this conversation with you, because it is important, like I said, to embrace the other side of life. It's not always about, like I say, the Instagram side of it, right? You don't really talk about breakups on your Instagram story every single day, but in the form of your music video, I hope people will get that opportunity to bring those feelings out from within themselves, and you enjoy your song in that in that mode as well, right? Ask a favorite in your chat.
Yeah. It could be lyrics or
Yeah.
even like a bit from the video as
Yeah.
well. It could be either.
To be fair, like, I think we've heard the song almost over 100 times, if I'm honest. And this is also because, it was a part of our recording, re-recording, the mixing and the master sessions. And so we just kept listening to it. And yeah, so by now I was like, okay, like, is there anything more to the song? And we've heard it so many times right now. But for me personally, I would say the favorite part would be the violin hook that comes in the last, where the song finishes off on a high. So that'll always be my favorite because it kind of lifts the song and gives it a very different perspective to it. And also when you watch, when the audience is going to be watching the video soon, it kind of resonates in a way that is beautiful, sad, yet gives you that closure that okay, yeah, things didn't work out, and right person, wrong timing, or circumstances, whatever it be, might not always be in your favor. And I think that melody, when it is gelled with that visual that you see, it's so beautiful. So I would personally connect with that portion of the song.
Yeah, violin is one song that can bring you to tears.
Instrument, you mean.
Yeah, the instrument. Sorry, one instrument that that brings you to tears, like you explained. Yeah, Karthik.
For me, I think the main hook phase, Vellipoye Vennala. I think that whole portion, because lyrically and musically, I think that connected more close to my heart. Because lyrically, I might have to explain in Telugu if that's fine. But I think వెళ్ళిపోయే వెన్నెలకి వీడుకోలే ఎందుకని వెళ్ళిపోతుంది ఆల్రెడీ. దే నో దట్ డ్రిఫ్టింగ్ అపార్ట్, ఇంకెందుకు బాయ్ చెప్పుకోవడం. తుఫాను ముందర ప్రశాంతత ఇది, దెర్ ఇస్ అ సైలెన్స్ బిఫోర్ ద స్టార్మ్. తుఫాను ముందర ప్రశాంతత ఇది, అండ్ దెన్ ద లేటర్ లైన్స్, ఐ థింక్ those two lines are very close to my heart.
Yeah.
Somehow I think Kittu Visapragada, who is the lyricist, when Kittu bro, I think he did a fantastic job. I mean, he just blew my mind with the lyrics, because I can talk in Telugu, right? Because
yeah.
సో నేను సాంగ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు అంటే నేను చెప్పాను, దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ ఫీలింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్సైడ్, దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ నీడ్. అంటే లిరికలీ నా విజువల్స్, బికాస్ ఐ హ్యాడ్ మై విజువల్స్ బిఫోర్ హ్యాండ్, ఐ నో వాట్ I wanted to take, what type of visuals I wanted to give for the song. So నేను ఆ విజువల్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసినప్పుడు, I think for the visuals he gave the perfect exact lyrics. And నాకు I didn't know some of the words. I had to ask him. It's like I asked him, will people understand this? అంటే తను ఒకటే చెప్పారు, అర్థం చేసుకోవాల, పాట నచ్చితే అర్థం చేసుకోవాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ఎలాగైనా అది రీసెర్చ్ చేసేనా అర్థం చేసుకుంటారు. సో ఐ థింక్ విల్ జస్ట్ గివ్ దట్ థింగ్ ఇన్ ద సాంగ్. సో ఐ థింక్ లిరిక్స్, మ్యూజిక్, yeah, I think everything about the song, visuals, because I was directing it, the barn visuals are my favorite ones, and the house shot, where I kiss the girl. So I think that portion has some magic in the screen. Yeah.
No, there's that beauty about Telugu, Tamil, those kind of languages where every word has an emotion, right? And like you said, even though the Telugu appatlo those words ippudu manaku ardham kavu, right? It's very difficult, that language, but the emotion that every word has, music is so beautiful that you can
convey
put it,
that.
Yeah, you can convey it
emotion,
so beautifully, that
seamlessly,
emotion. Yeah. So yeah. Let's talk about few other technicians,
Your team.
Yeah,
which,
because this such a huge project, such a beautiful project, and it wouldn't have happened without the help of so many other people, right, that are working behind the scenes. So let's talk about more other technicians that played a huge role in the journey of this music video.
Yeah, the first person I need to talk about is the DOP, Prithviraj Narahari. I call him Prithvi Anna. I think he made the song visually beautiful. I had this idea, I had this theme. I know what kind of visual I wanted, but if my idea was 70%, he just took it to 200%. That's what I feel. Whatever visuals you are seeing now, it has been enhanced so much in the pre-production stage by Prithvi Anna. I think he played a major role. And then talking, being the lights, being lighting, or visuals, movements, whatever we discussed beforehand, and I think he enhanced so much. And then Sudeep, choreographer, I think he understood what I needed for the song. Via the dance wise, he just understood. I wanted the dance to be conveyed with the lyric.
Right.
I wanted it to go hand in hand. And
Right.
the surprising part is, without the lyrics, he composed the the thing, right? Because I had these visuals in mind. Without the lyrics, he composed the dance, and when the lyrics came, it just matched somehow.
Right.
That's
So,
that's I love that part in the dance sequence, even when it's just music and iddar ila turn ayi ila chuskuntaru. That's the most beautiful part for me. That's my favorite.
Karthik, what was the order of things? So the tune, the lyrics, the location,
The dance.
Yeah. If you can tell us the order of things, how you were able to put this all together, a rough order.
Yeah, first to produce no pitchale.
Okay. Oh yeah, the quality of this music video is out of the world. We love it.
And for such a high quality production, like, of course you need the money, the investment, like the reality, the grit of it, right?
Yeah.
A big thank you to both Nikhil Garu and Amita Garu for putting their trust in us and taking this project forward. Yeah.
So first, me and Nikhil Garu connected in some concert, and we wanted to collaborate. So ala nenu మేము collaborate అవడానికి కలిసినప్పుడు we sat in a restaurant, and I told him this idea. This is what my idea is and my vision. And he immediately is like, I mean, he definitely asks questions. No producer doesn't like. He's like, okay, take the money, do whatever you want, right? But I think he questioned my vision. I think which changed a lot in my mind. In aspects of the scale, my idea, my thinking wise, right?
Right.
So, and he liked my concept. He liked me. He liked the tune, what we gave. First, actually, the tune came in place before approaching the producer. But I think Arjun, we met. We wanted to collaborate. We wanted to do a song actually in a low budget, right, Arjun?
Yeah.
ఏం లేకుండా ఓకే లెట్స్ డూ అ సాంగ్ అనుకున్నాము. అండ్ దెన్ ఒక ట్యూన్ ఇచ్చారు, ట్యూన్ నచ్చింది ప్రొడ్యూసర్ కి, హి లైక్ ద విజన్. దెన్ one after the other, Kittu garu came in next lyrics wise, DOP, and I worked with Prithvi Anna, Sudeep, all other people before my projects, and we wanted to collaborate, and we wanted to do something big this time. We didn't want to compromise with our vision, because previous projects lo konja compromise we had these experiences, and నాకు personally అవి ఎక్కడ there's నన్ను ఎక్కడికి తీసుకెళ్ళలేదు అనిపించింది. So we wanted to go all go big with the concept, with the visual taking. I think one after the another fell in place, and producer గారు నిఖిల్ గారు సాంగ్ అయిపోయిన వెంటనే ఇలా గీతా మాదిరి అనుకుంటున్నాము, శ్రీనిష అనుకుంటున్నాము ఇది అని ఆయన చెప్పారు. మాకేమో షాక్ లో ఉన్నాం మేము. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే
you never thought మీరు అనుకోలేదా like Geeta Madhuri will be the okay,
అనుకోలే. అంటే
originally we were thinking of just going with some of our friends who are really talented. And we were just having that idea, of just putting this out, giving it 100%, but definitely putting it out. And it's like, just like how Karthik said, one thing transcended into the other, and it just kept snowballing into something big. And we were like, okay, I mean, if you have the capability to bring in these artists and give more exposure for our work, I mean, why not? We leverage on that, and yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice that your goal was not to have big names to begin with. Your goal was to make good music, and by big you mean music that will have a huge impact, in the music enthusiasts out there, right? That was your goal that you started with. And like the world and the universe has to offer you, whenever you put that hard work into it, the benefits and the gifts will come back, 200 times more than what you wish for, right? So that's a very beautiful part that I wanted to quickly highlight. But yeah, Karthik, go ahead.
సో ఇలా సింగర్స్ గీతా మాధురి గారు అండ్ శ్రీనిష ఇద్దరు వచ్చినప్పుడు we were excited because we felt okay, the song has potential for a wider reach, right? So and producer's point was simple, if you want bigger reach, because the song has potential to reach wider audience, we can have big artists in this, and he didn't compromise on that,
Right.
so I was like, okay, why not, let's do that. And we were very happy, and collaborating with big artists like them. And then there is this I think surprise lo-fi version which is yet to come, next in the couple of weeks, by the artists themselves. I think that will blow your mind even more with the song.
That's amazing. And for all the listeners, you heard it here first on What's Your Sankalp.
Yeah.
That's amazing news, and we are eagerly looking forward to those versions as well.
Well, one thing that I'll take away is all these people that played a role in this project. It's not really easy to find people who have the same, passion, like, that are able to connect with the idea that you have in your mind, right? Because to put it out there visually, it's really important to find the right people. And I think it took quite a bit of time for you to, to find those people. It was not an overnight success. Oh, okay, I found this person, and then I knew that person as a friend. It happened gradually as the journey went about. So I think that's also very important to highlight, because you have to be patient with any project. Because, for example, even for us podcast, we started season 1, 2, 3, but as we went along, we wanted to make sure whatever we put out there is good in terms of the quality. It's not just about the number of episodes, the quantity, right? It's also about the quantity of each episode, the quality of each episode that we put out there. So yeah, that is important also in art in general, to have the patience, right, to make it beautiful. And because I know it's also, there's going to be so many different versions of your idea, and every day you'll have some changes that you might want to make. But it's also difficult to stick to one thing and okay, let's forget about that, maybe for another music video coming in the future, right? That's also a difficult part of this journey, right?
Definitely. I think in that aspect, all the team members helped me. I on the day of the set, I think the second day, at the end of the shoot, I wanted a particular scene to happen,
Right.
but I think I just blanked out for, I don't know what, for some reason my brain just went off. I was thinking of some idea because it was not working for me, and then the assistant director Ravi, Prudvi, and Sudeep, everybody helped me. Okay, we can do this, right? So I think it's a team effort. Definitely, I wouldn't say I'm the person, but it's all a team effort. I would like to thank my assistant director Ravi also, Ravi Teja. He did a major part. He just came on board. He supported with his ideas. And then the production assistants who helped carrying all the equipments, who climbed the ladders and stuff. So I think Rogers and Sachit, I would like to thank them, and the gaffer Abhishek. He's a photographer, but he lit up the music video. So I would like to thank him.
Beautiful. I think your co-artist, the co-dancer part of your song.
Yeah. Alicia, I think we had a really good pick for the music video. Me and my mom, actually my mom is the one who picked her.
Okay.
Because we went to an event and she just popped. Like, nowhere. I don't know. So and my mom is like, okay, why can't we ask her out? And then she went, she asked, and she was interested. Because I'm a kind of person who, అంటే నేను ఎవరి దగ్గరైనా వెళ్ళి మాట్లాడాలంటే భయపడతాను అనమాట. వాళ్ళు
Yeah.
వాళ్ళు ఇప్పుడు ఏమనుకుంటారో ఇది అని కొంచెం I hesitate a little bit. But my mom is a daring one at home. So వెళ్ళి మాట్లాడింది, and she was fine. She's interested. She's as much passionate as I am. So
Right.
it just worked out. And
Mom.
she did a
Yeah.
wonderful job. I think fantastic job with the
Yeah.
expressions, dance. I think just awesome working with her. Yeah.
Absolutely. Moms play a huge role in our lives. Another example of this, in the beginning of your journey, she pushed you into, being part of that competition. You won the 3rd place and all of that. And now she found your, co-artist in the song. So you should give a huge credit to your mom every time you talk about this song out there. Yeah.
No, yeah, I think my mom plays a huge role in my decisions or my life, right?
Right.
I think అందరికీ అమ్మ ఇది ఉంటుంది, but I think my mom is just, yeah, she's awesome. What can I say? I'm a mommy's baby, so.
Any advice from Karthik, Arjun, both of you, that you want to give back? There's so many life lessons that we learn, that we take during this journey, right? In terms of this music video,
Any experiences that
Yeah.
you want to share, or any behind the scenes, some exclusive stories that you might want to share with us here today?
I mean, not just the music video, your music
Yeah.
journey in the industry as well.
Absolutely.
A bad experience for you will be an incredible lesson for someone else out there. So if you have some story like that you want to give back to the listeners.
Definitely at some point in time in our lives that a similar experience, of a breakup, be it in school, college, or whatever it is. So just one thing is that a small message. I mean, needless to say, because all of them would be knowing it, but if it's not meant to happen, I mean, you don't need to be bogged down. I mean, you just give it your all. And if it still doesn't stick with you, then I would say know that you gave it your all, and do not regret. I would say move on. It'll be tough to do that, but move on, find strength, find that closure, because something far more beautiful is waiting for you. And as far as the message goes, I would probably tell all the youngsters and everyone out there. But in terms of the other question that you were asking, be something that I did not mention earlier, was that adding on to Karthik's points, apart from all the artists and technicians that we did thank, I really want to give a special mention here to the violinist Kaushik and the lyricist for the Tamil version, Vittupogum Vennilave, Ananthan. Both of them are fantastic people. They are my friends. And for some of the other Tamil songs that I produced out there, Ananthan has written beautifully. He's been the lyricist, and it's an amazing experience working with him. And Kaushik is like no words at all. I mean, the music will speak for itself. So I would and the reason why I also want to say this is because as you grow tomorrow in whichever space, that it be music or any other space, I think networking is really important. It's good for us, because you will know how people are and how different their craft is from you, because you would be able to learn a lot. And so that's something what happened with me and Karthik over here. I was able to understand a lot of his visual ideas and where he came from, and I was able to connect with that by delivering the music that we saw it fit with the visual in his head. And so being able to work with different people brings in different perspectives, brings you a lot of things that you can learn, and then you can apply to your own life or to other projects that you may end up working in the future. So it was a blessing in disguise to have come across all these people that I worked with so far: Karthik, Ananthan, Kaushik, fantastic artists. And also special mention to Aniket from Audiocraft Studios. He just refined the song so much. Despite multiple changes, he was really patient with us, and he gave us the best output we could ever ask for. And it's been an amazing experience working with Aniket. And I so it's nice, because you might initially start off with the assumption that, okay, I need to know this, I need to know that, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's good to know, but I would say stick to the part that you most excel at, and things that you want to get it done, you can always, network and have these connections who will definitely come and help you out. And, that way you won't, I'm not asking you, I mean, the message is not that you shouldn't learn. You can, of course, and you can always tighten your craft, but networking, communication, and learning to enjoy your passion with others and growing together is something beautiful, especially for budding artists out there. So yeah, I mean, whatever you're doing, stick to that and don't give up, never give up.
No, that's really beautiful, Arjun, because when you say connections, it's not always about the profitable side of it, right? Okay, what am I getting out of it? That's not how you should approach. It's what you're trying to get to, right? What you're trying to tell your listeners out there. When you're making these connections, it's about these experiences and lessons that you're able to exchange with the other person, and you never know in what way they will come back into your life 10 years from now. We've had experiences like that ourselves, and I'm sure you must have too. How shockingly they will come back into your life and be able to help you in that little journey of yours. So yeah, get out there, make those connections, and human interactions are so precious, so valuable, and you can not place a dollar amount on it. It's such a beautiful connection to have. Karthik.
So bad experiences, right? So I had so many bad experiences, but to start off with, the message I would give is బేసిక్లీ నువ్వు ఏ పనైనా ఎంచుకుంటే నీకు ఒక పిచ్ ఉండాలి. నేను ఒక అంటే బ్లైండ్ ఫోల్డెడ్ అన్నాను, కానీ యూ హ్యావ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఫార్దర్ డిస్టెన్స్ విజన్. సో అంటే నీకు అటుపక్క దూరంగా ఏం కనిపిస్తుందో తెలీదు, బట్ ఒక పాయింట్కి వెళ్ళాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు నువ్వు ఐ థింక్ ఆ విజన్ నీకు ఉండాలి.
So basically, like, try to keep the big picture in mind.
Exactly.
No matter how much you get involved in those little tiny things, don't lose sight of the end goal.
Exactly. So I think what drives me is the madness of creating content. I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for anything. I just do it for to create a better content, to entertain people, to make them laugh, make them cry, whatever with the content I have, right? So it's just content makes me happy. With it might be whatever, right? Software lo నీ కోడ్ నీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ నీకు హ్యాపీగా ఉండాలి. నువ్వు ఏం లేకుండా టపా కొట్టుకుంటే ఏం లేదు అక్కడ. there's no thing, right?
మీరు చెప్పేది it's so similar to what Sankalp believes. He says it's about catching people, like, making that connection and being able to be relatable, right? That's also part of what content you're making. Is the other person who's watching able to understand the same emotion that you wish to convey? That's so important.
They might take another emotion out of it. That's up to them.
The behind the scenes passion, which Karthik is talking about, like you said, madness, a pitchy unte chalu,
ఇంకా బ్యాడ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ గురించి వస్తే ఐ వుడ్ సే వన్ థింగ్, అంటే ఐ ట్రస్టెడ్ పీపుల్ అలాట్. ఐ ట్రస్ట్ పీపుల్ అలాట్. ఇప్పుడిప్పుడే నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను ట్రస్ట్ చేయకుండా కొంచెం నన్ను నేను కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోవడం, బికాస్ లాస్ట్ few years I trusted lot more people, and then they just lost my trust. I think they broke me into pieces where I become one piece right now sitting in front of you. అదే ఒక 1.5 year 2 years back Karthik తో మాట్లాడుంటే ఇట్లా ఉండేది కాదేమో, right? So
Karthik, something which I really believe in and sort of carry in my heart is that music and art, I feel like the more pain you have, the more you can pour into your art, right? Those experiences, those bad experiences, people misusing your trust, or not being able to stand up for you, I feel like that makes you better, like that will only make you 100 times better than what you were.
The good thing about the bad experiences is the energy that you get out of it after it happens, right? The motivation that it gives you to do better in life.
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot use that as a motivation for a long period of time, but it's important to have that mindset, right? Okay, I will not sit down and cry on it. I will move on in my life. And
Yeah.
5 years later, you might be sitting with your own, original song, putting it out there into the world, or some other form of success, right? Which is important to embrace.
True. So yeah, and I don't think about my past and experiences gurinchi. I just learn from it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if I made a mistake, I learn. I try to rectify that for in my future. And if somebody else made a mistake and it shattered me, I feel like maybe I'll cry for 1 day, 2 days, and then I'll be like, okay, okay, let's move on. Because I have a greater vision. I have a bigger vision. I think in the coming years, people will recognize and feeling on the okati.
Right.
So hopefully, I'm not jinxing it, but yeah, I have a vision where I want something to happen in life. Right. My నా రూమ్ లో ఒక పెద్ద ఇది ఉంటుంది అనమాట. there's a big quote. నా డ్రీమ్ అచీవ్ అయినప్పుడు నా నా ఇదేంటో తెలుస్తుంది, నా అర్థం ఏంటో తెలుస్తుంది. నేను మాట్లాడే మాటలకి, నువ్వు చేసే పనులకి. నేను ఆ డ్రీమ్ అచీవ్ చేసినప్పుడు నేను ఎందుకు ఇదంతా చేశానో మీకు తెలుస్తుంది అనే కోట్ ఉంటుంది. సో
I think you mean when you achieve your dream, it will speak about the purpose of your life. And
yeah, so as this episode comes to an end, we want to ask both of you, what is your Sankalp? As you know that, Sankalp means your determination or your passion in life, right? And this is what we ask every guest. And we want to end this episode by asking both of you, what is your Sankalp?
I would say just stay true to your craft. Whatever it is that you're good at, whatever that you excel in and you're passionate about, don't do it because someone else is doing it. I mean, if someone else is inspiring you to do it, and if you share the same level of passion, then go for it. But to each his own. You don't need to do something just because they are doing it, and you don't need to do it because you have to do it. You would want to do it because you want to do it. So just stay true to your craft, and don't think about the result. Because this is one thing that I can really resonate with. Like MS Dhoni says, right? You don't focus on the result, you focus on the process, right? There's also a book that talks about the same concept. It's the Atomic Habits, which actually says you don't focus on the end result, but you tighten the process, you refine the process, because doing that would streamline and make it more seamless to achieve your goal and make it much bigger, right? So I would say do that, give it your all. Just work hard with perseverance and confidence and faith. Faith is the most important thing that anyone should have, especially in the field of art. Not saying it shouldn't be in the field of science, but anywhere you go, have a little bit of faith, give it your best, and don't focus on the result, because if it's meant to happen, it will happen, and you will get what you deserve.
I think especially in this form of, passion, the results are not visible immediately, right? It takes a lot of time. And even when the music video is out, it might not show on the first day itself. 15 years from now, maybe someone might be listening to this song, enjoying it even more than how much you might have imagined it today, right? So, and also about the process, for example, 24 hours in a day, the process and the end result is at the end of today, right? And that goes on every single day until you find it, right? So
you improve it day by day. No, it's just one day after the other, be better at it. A small story before I wrap up, just resonating to what you said. This is something that I read and I really found it inspiring. A palm tree never grows as fast as any other tree. You plant a seed, you water it, you come back the next day, you don't see it, coming out. A week later, you don't see it. A month later, you don't see it. But what you don't see is that it's laying its foundation beneath. It's laying a very strong foundation beneath. And just when you feel like giving up, that's when you shouldn't give up, and you should go even more into it and work even harder. Because 6 months from when you planted it, you will see a beautiful sapling, and before you know it, it'll be a big, strong, tall tree that just outshines everyone and anyone. So yeah, just
wonderfully said.
I just thought I wanted to share that to everyone who's going to be watching this podcast. So yeah.
Karthik, what's your Sankalp in terms of this form of art, music that you're putting out there, or any other dream projects that you have, your purpose that you want to share with the world?
Yeah, my purpose, my Sankalp, is actually I want to entertain people in the form of music, in form of films, in terms of my acting or not. But I want to entertain people, and I think that's my only goal from childhood. It's just I have nothing more than a smile or a happy tear on people's faces just makes me happy, right? I don't do it for money. As I said, I don't do it for anything. It's just happiness for me. And then I don't want to run. I don't want to run in life. I want to live in the day. ఈరోజు నువ్వు హ్యాపీగా ఉంటే రేపు ఆటోమేటిక్ గా హ్యాపీగా ఉంటుంది. సో అండ్ ఐ డోంట్ కేర్ అబౌట్ ద రిజల్ట్. రిజల్ట్ కెన్ బి ఎనీథింగ్, బట్ it's just live in the present. Just don't live 1 hour తర్వాత ఏమవుతుంది అని కేర్ చేయకు. ఇప్పుడు live right in the moment. Just be happy with whatever you do. Work, నువ్వు ఏదైతే లైఫ్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నావో ఐ థింక్ నీకు హ్యాపీనెస్ ఇవ్వాలి. అది లేకపోతే ఐ థింక్ దర్ ఇస్ నో పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. గాడ్ గిఫ్టెడ్ దిస్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ లైఫ్ టు బీ హ్యాపీ, టు డూ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ లైక్ టు డూ.
And I think that is what all of us here are trying to establish with our passions. Thank you both for your time.
We absolutely loved having you here today. Thank you so much. And we're rooting for you. We are manifesting all your dreams. We're supporting you in your goals, and we are so excited for the release of your song.
Yeah, we are rooting for this song and all the songs that you have coming up ahead, in your lives, and we will be supporting in our ways, by the cover song that I promised.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sankalp.